Hello gang, welcome to Car Question. I am a happy man this week. Yes, I know it's not the truck behind me. Usually I say that, but right now we have a new electric car to test. It's the new Chevrolet Spark EV, pure electric power. Electric cars are becoming more and more popular. You know why? Because you save on gas, no more gas in this car, and you've got good performance. And with 327 pound-feet of torque, man, this must be good with acceleration. So this is the car that we're going to present to you this week. Here we go, the new Chevrolet Spark EV. Let's start with the exterior part. The model that we have right now is the Chevrolet Spark EV. It's the LT model, and it's a little hatchback car, 4 places, and yes, it's small when you look at it. But you know what? The style is not that bad for such a small vehicle. If you look at the front part, the difference between the normal Spark and the EV is that part right there. Nice finish where they filled up all the holes that you would have right there, you know, to cool the engine. But right now they simply put those pieces right on top. You know, they want the car to be more aerodynamic, less resistant to the wind, because you want maximum fuel economy with your car. Same thing here for the fog lights. No fog lights, there's just a plastic part covering it, offering as little resistance possible for the car. It's not a bad looking car when you look at that, and look at the wheels. Finally, an electric vehicle with nice wheels, and they're small. Yes, they are small. 185, 55, 15 in front. And we're riding right now on Bridgestone Ecopia EP 150. Those are low rolling resistance tire. And when you move to the back, it's not the same size, 195, 55, 15. So be careful, guys. If you want winter tires, you're gonna have probably to change the wheels and put the same size tires, but you won't be able, you know, to make a rotation if you keep this wheel and this wheel size. You cannot bring your rear tire to the front. Look at also the lights, how wide they go and how far they go right there on the hood. The hood is giving a nice angle when you look at it, just a straight line. And look at the wipers, you know, no moving parts, you know, plain and simple, which are going to do a great job during winter or when it's raining. The antenna, typical American vehicle with an antenna, which is, I don't know, is out of the style of that they meant to put in the car. You know, they could have put something a little more discreet, I think, besides using that big black thing. When you move to the side also, look how the rear of the light is finished with black plastic. You can see the same black plastic starting right here with the mirror and going all the way up to the back here. Oh, look at that, spectators, say hi, there you go. It's the guys from Auto Pergantas and one of the guy who drives only electric car. He's strange, but he's cool. So right there, the handle, when you open it, and everybody was asking me, man, it's only a 2-door car. No, you've got the handle, which is hidden right there in the plastic part. Let's move to the rear of the car. Once again, nicely done. You've got those big lights, you know, that's looking like frog eyes or something like that. You've got the Spark EV logo, which is green. You've got your big wiper. The wiper is not that small when you look at it, so it's going to be able to clear most of the part of the rear window. And look the difference between the Quebec plates and Ontario plates. The color, which is difference also. A little bit of chrome, and look at the finish when you move way down. There you've got the plastic diffuser, which is saying EV, no exhaust pipe. Hey, no wonder, because there's no engine that requires fuel in there. And you've got your little reflector right down in that bumper, nicely integrated. You've got also a little spoiler. When you look at it, once again, it's nicely finished. And with the sport style, you've got also a side skirt that comes standard with the vehicle. Let's open that trunk. Okay, that's what I call small. That's not big. But hey, it's a subcompact car. Let's move to this side, and now we have something interesting, because this is right there where we're going to put our adapter to charge the car. So I'll remove it, and right now we have the option of a fast charger with that car. So as soon as you lower that, you're going to be able to connect it with those two types of charger. If you close it, it leaves kind of a big round hole in the side of the car, but once again, it's still discreet. So let's plug it in back again, because I want to be sure to have my full power before I leave. And you just take, you know, that big thing right there, push it right in, and there you go. You can hear the little clicking noise made on my charger. And right now you have, yes, a beep of the horn to confirm that the car is charging right now. And you have this little green light right there. I was saying LED light, but it seems like a standard light, which is going to tell you that the car is charging. So no blinking there, just the full lights on. And as soon as my car is going to be fully charged, you're going to see that little light right there blinking. And the charger that comes with the car is a standard Voltec charger, which is going to be right there plugged in the 120 volt. Which is only going to be, it's only going to help you if you're stranded somewhere and there's no charger stronger than the standard outlet right there. So for the style of the car, it's not that bad. It's kind of looking good. It's even prettier than some of the subcompact cars that we see right now on the market. And remember guys, it's an electric vehicle. All right, let's go inside the car of the Chevrolet Spark EV. When you open the door, well, it's plastic material, that's for sure. When you look at the door right there, you've got plastic everywhere. Plastic here, which is a smooth surface. You've got some rougher plastic right there, plastic for the handle. You've got connector switch right there, which are plastic. And when you move into the car, they try to give some aspect to those plastic right there. As you can see, you've got the speakers. You've got 6 speakers inside the car, and you can see right there that they are in the front. So that's a nice touch of design. When you look also, you've got some motif right there inside the plastic that are continued right there in the black. You've got your 7-inch screen right there with the MyLink system, Sirius XM, you've got Bluetooth, streaming audio and everything. And later you're gonna have the 4G connectivity, 4G LTE and Wi-Fi, which is gonna be added to this car. Once again, nice design, not that bad for a subcompact car. And when you simply turn on the vehicle with that button, you're gonna see all those things light up. But just before you look at that, you've got right there a space, and each time that the design an electric vehicle are or a hybrid, they tend to do some design with motif, with blue, with green, with yellow, you know, all those funky colors. You know, I would have preferred the car all black, or, you know, just put some accent of gray right inside. So you've got your key right there. You have a full key that you can use, and by the way, you're able to reprogram yourself your key if you lose it by just connecting it right in the car. And when you look at the button that you have, you've got unlock and lock. You've got also there a button to simply turn off the charging system, and the charging system, that's for the fast charger, the DC charger. So you're going to be able, you know, to turn it off. Let's say that well, they said it's going to take 20 minutes to get 80% of that battery, but you know, in real numbers, that's going to take around 30. And sometimes you just plug the car, go do some chores and do something, just go to work, and when your car is fully charged, it's so fast. So maybe an hour later, you don't want to spend any energy, you push on the button and simply turn it off. The button right there is going to be for turning on the temperature inside the car. So it's kind of a remote start, but it's not going to start the engine. It's gonna only turn on the temperature levels so that it reaches what you set before you leave. So it can even turn on the defrost depending on the weather condition outside. So let's give this baby a little start right there. And by the way, you can see that we are connected with our green. Press the brake to start. That's what we're gonna do. There you go. Nice screen, complete. Looks like a good technology right there. You've got even the miling system, which is booting on right now. And the thing I love with the screen is that it's going to move with your steering wheels, but the only problem is no telescopic steering wheels. So I would have liked, you know, to get maybe the steering wheel a little bit deeper than I used to, or even if you drive with the steering wheel a little bit closer to you, you won't be able to change that. So that's a little bit of a comfort issue. Even for the seat, you know, the seats, look at my legs right now, you can see that it's short. And try this car before you buy it. So if you're doing long distance, maybe if you're shorter than me, you're gonna find that pretty okay. But if you're a tall guy, you probably want more support for your legs. For the screen, you've got your button right there, which control the screen information. You can put your tutorial, you can put your navigation that has been sent by OnStar, because we have the LT model and we don't have the 2LT. Right now we don't have a letter, and we don't have the navigation system also in option. So if we move to the selected information right there, I can press select, and we will see that the car is currently plugged in right now. And if I press back, I can switch the unit, the configuration, the information, the trip information, tire pressure. And if I move to the config button right there, I can switch information to what I like. So right now I can see my max kilometer that I'm going to be able to do. Right now the middle is 93. I've got 74 if, you know, I push the car too far. And if I switch the information, you can see the battery right there, which has simply did get bigger. And I can see my acceleration, my brake force change. Right now, if I push again, you can see the information in kilowatt, and you're gonna see your regen button. So it's kind of okay. You don't have a lot of buttons right there on the steering wheel. You've got also a volume plus and minus, which is hidden right inside. Oh, and my God, listen to that radio. Oh, it's going slowly. It's going slowly. If you want to go faster, you have to press the volume, and there you go. Right now, there is no bass on the song, but be warned, as soon as you're gonna hear some bass, and by the way, if you want to adjust it manually, be quick, because when it disappeared, you can no longer adjust it. And sometimes you're trying to adjust your volume and it just gonna simply disappear. So you have to move back to your button right there at the lower end of the screen, or right there on the steering wheels, which are hidden. The sound quality is awful. Seriously, you've got six speakers, but it doesn't feel like it. You barely can hear the one in the back, and if you're sitting in the back, you're gonna get it in your ear. So you can change your source right now. I can put it in FM mode, I can put it in XM mode, or even use my iPod. But be careful, if you start an application with your iPod, you're gonna lose some of the menu that gonna help you adjust the tonality right there. Oh, there's some bass. Let's move it up. Cartoon bass. Cartoon bass, man. I don't remember hearing a sound system so bad. But you know what? Maybe this sound is bad. It's not that bad when it's at lower volume, but you can. But it's quick for you and for you know, the setting that you're gonna choose. You've got your phone, phone history. You've got your link to Stitchers, TuneIn, Bringo. I don't know what are these Bringo apps, but I don't use them quite that much. You've got the information on your battery, which is quite complete right now. You can see that. You're gonna be able to see your energy flux, your charging. Right now we are completed, but you're gonna also be able to program your charge. Remember, this is intelligent battery. You only charge in when you need them. You're gonna have your history of energy consumption and some tricks on how to drive, how to adjust your climatization. By the way, climatization, you can simply turn it on, and a neat feature is turning on the temperature, so you can have only air. So right now, let me lower the temperature. By doing that, let's say 21, I'm able to only send some air. So the temperature is not turned on. I'm going to lower it so that you can hear. Let's make it to 2. And when I press there, it's opening up the temperature, so it's gonna send cold or heat depending on what I choose. And if I move up, see my consumption right there? It's going up all the way to 72. Let's put defrost 82%. Man, it's going all the way up, and there you go. I can have also maximum if I open the temperature right now. Let's open it back again. Move the heat to a little high setting, and there you go. You can see that energy consumption going all the way up. So right down there, you've got your temperature control, you've got your defrost, rear defrost, and you've got your information about electric energy right there that you can shift with that press of the button. The system is okay, quite complete. If we move down right there, sorry guys for the music, I'm gonna turn that down. If you move there down, you've got your heated seat that you can turn it on. You've got your 12-volt outlets, USB auxiliary, some places to put some things, and you've got a little bit of lighting, blue lighting right there. You've got some cup holders, you've got also your shifter, and remember, you've got only an engine braking position right there, parking brakes, and you've got also traction control. And traction control, you can turn it on or turn it off, but if you turn off and hold it for a few seconds, you're going to be able to turn off the stability system. And when you turn off the stability system, it's only going to be off if you're under 50 kilometers per hour. You've got also a sports mode that you can put it into sports. Right there is going to show an indicator, and the engine's going to react way more quickly than we used to do. So we're going to remove the outlet, which is plugged in right now. Thank you, Marcello, closing the door. And when I put it in drive and pull back the light lever, listen to that. Haha, there you go. Be careful, people walking there. So the car is awfully, you don't hear it coming, you know, it's awfully in silence when she's riding. So, you know, people walking on the street don't hear you, they don't see you coming, so you have to warn them. And you just pull that in, and it's only working when you're in the drive or rear position. So besides that, you've got some cup holders right there, just one. And when we move back to the seats, let's do that. So right now you've got your seat, which is going to be able to adjust itself. Look at that, and you have a knob which you can turn up and down the seat. For the rear part, Man, it's so tight in the rear. Remember guys, I always do my demonstration with the original seat, my original driving position right there, so you can see that it's gonna be tight if I go in. Why not do a little bit of demonstration? Marcello, please. Thank you, assistant, for the sacrifice. Whoa. And if I don't move the headrest right there, I'm so in a bad position. Well, it's now much better, but you know what? That's a good sense that there's no plastic there because it's soft material, but the driver will have to move a little bit forward if I want to be comfortable. For my head, the head engagement is okay, there's no problem with that. The only problem is with shoulder spaces, hip spaces, and yes, knees. So right now my passenger would be way more comfortable than me on my right. You've got some plastic right there. Remember, it's not 5 places, it's 4 places. And let's move out. At least the door is giving us a wide opening. Thank you, assistant. Mucho gusto. And there you go. Look at the trunk. So right now, you can see that the seats are folded up. And if I want to fold it down, I just pull on that knob right there. And there you go, it goes down. But I have to move that down before I do any move. There you go. And there you go, the seats are folded down. But look at that angle. The angle is major. So it's not giving up a lot of cargo space. It's better, but it could be even better if the seat were going way down. You've got the lights right there. You've got the net that you can put something in. No problem with that. And right under that part, sorry guys, not more spaces, but only useful stuff. So you've got no spare tire, but you've got your tire repair kit right there. And you've got also all your tools that you need, you know, to get on the way if you're stuck. Let's move that back a little bit. There you go. And I'm gonna show you the angle of the seat. Right there, look at that guys. There you go, camera's adjusting, and look at the angle. Yeah, we're losing space like that. Well, either way, it feels solid. Nice thump. Let's go check that engine. Let's open that hood. There you go guys, so you got your electrical engine. Yes, there's place for coolant because that battery is water cool, and that's a good thing because when you're in winter, it's gonna be hot water. When you're gonna be during summer, it's gonna be cold water. And this engine is good for around 130 horsepower, but the great thing is the torque. 327 pound-feet of torque. Incredible. That's why it's giving us such good acceleration. Everything is accessible, but I don't want to do my mechanic myself on that electrical engine. Thank you, assistant. Alright guys, let's talk about the road handling of the car. First of all, the engine. You've got 130 horsepower and 327 pound-feet of torque. That's awesome for an electric vehicle. And an electric vehicle is not an engine that need to generate its torque and power. So you don't start from 1000 RPM to all the way to the top and get your full horsepower between 5 and 6,000 RPM. An electric engine is direct. You press on the gas pedal and there you go, it's an on-off switch. It's always ready to deliver its full power. They can adjust the stem, you know, to be gradual, that's for sure, you know, to have smooth acceleration. But as soon as you put that little spark in the sports mode, boom! Full power to the engine, Scotty. Wow, incredible. The acceleration are so strong. And that's a good thing because electric vehicles are going to offer a lot of performance for the price. For the transmission, well, it's not a standard manual transmission or an automatic transmission. It's some kind of direct drive, you know. You've got all the components near to the wheels and you don't have a lot of lots of power, you know, with all this gearbox or all these shaft and everything like that. So it's quite direct when you give it the acceleration. 0 to 60 miles per hour is going to be done in 7.2 seconds. So for 0 100, it's going to be done around 7.5, and it's quick for this kind of car, you know. I just pulled up to a red light. There were 3 young kids beside me. You know, they were laughing at an old guy like me in a white vehicle like that with their rap music, and you know they wanted to go for it. So as soon as the light turned green, just give it full acceleration. Who cares? 0 to 60. Blew them off literally, and I was able to make my right turn without any problem. Incredibly fast, strong acceleration, and I don't know how many gas vehicles are so fast while going from 0 to 60. And by the way, it was kilometer per hour, not 100. And that's why we love electric vehicle, because of the performance. And right now I'm on a surface where I've got a lot of road imperfection. Man, I don't know how they tend to do that. I'll try to stabilize you a little bit, guys, because the correction won't do it right now. Man, incredible how they simply mess up this road. There you go, back onto clear pavement, and you can hear the bump, you can hear the road noise, that's for sure. You're in a subcompact car, and you have to mind that even for your comfort, even for the finish, you know, while I'm driving like that, my elbow's gonna hurt, that's for sure. There's not a lot of space, and you know, you have to do with that. So direct drive, strong acceleration. The battery that we have inside is an ion lithium battery that you have 18.4 kilowatt. So you can always compare the force in an electric vehicle with its battery. The stronger the battery, the stronger, the better the performance that you're gonna have in longevity of driving and in performance of acceleration, because it's able to give more power. As soon as you brake, and by the way, the brake feeling is quite okay because you've got the regenerative system that's gonna act also for slowing down the car. So I can simply go down the hill, put it into the L gear, and there you go, the car's gonna slow. I can see 23 kilowatts of regeneration going back in my battery. That's the same thing if you're riding a bike and you have a dynamo installed on it, you know, to give you lighting. You have to pedal a little bit harder, but you know what? That energy is put to good use, and that's the same thing inside the Spark EV. So the autonomy that you can have with that vehicle is going to be around 132 kilometers. Right now I'm showing 118. It's going to be variable depending on your style of driving. Right now I see my big blue circle indicating 91 kilometers of autonomy left, and I've been gone for like 20 right now, so this is going to be awesome because I'm driving slowly. And you can see my max is still going to be 120, and my minimum is showing 83 right now. So if I start driving more aggressive, I'm going to do less kilometers, that's for sure. So everybody's asking me how many kilometers will you be able to do during winter with this car. Well, it depends on you. It depends on your driving. It depends on how you like your your heat turn off or turn off? How do you turn on the heat so often? Right now, you know, I'm riding at 20, and I have a good clothes on me right now, so good thermal clothes. So no problem. I don't even need to use a climatization, and I'm gonna be able to do a few kilometers more. That's for sure. So everything is about adapting with driving an electric vehicle. So besides that, you're gonna have also good braking, as I told you, and your brake are not gonna wear that quick with that car because you're gonna use regenerative force. So once again, you're gonna save on maintenance, that's for sure. Charging, everybody's asking me about charging. If you're completely empty, even you're plugging it with the charger that comes with the car, you know, on the 120 volt outlets, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take 20 hours, maybe even more, depending on the optimal condition. If you go for a 240, you know, the maximum that you can have in your house, it's gonna be way less. So you're gonna be able to charge your car in around 8-9 hours, depending on the condition once again. And be careful, the tests that they've done are always in optimal, you know, condition. But one thing you have to remember is that you're never completely empty when you charge your car. Yesterday I arrived back home, had 30 kilometers left. That energy is still there. So the recharging is starting from there. So it's not gonna take 8 hours, that's for sure. So I go to sleep, I wake up, the car is always fully charged and ready to go. But if you end up having 0 kilometers and you're stuck somewhere, well, the old gas trick, you know, the old AAA or CAA tricks of bringing you gas, putting it in the car and saying, hey, see you later. No, it won't happen with that. So you're gonna have to tow the car, go to somewhere where you can plug the car, and please choose a supercharger, because right now we have the supercharger option in this car. So it's able to charge way faster, but these you're gonna have to find those installation while you check the website of where they are connectors, which are supercharger. So right now we have that adapter. We could charge the car in nearly in 1 hour in real time, you know, if you're completely to 0. And what I'm showing there is it's 80% in 20 minutes. But remember, guys, depending on temperature, depending on many conditions, estimate 1 hour and you're gonna be okay. So if you have a supercharger near, I don't know, a convenience store, something like that, a supermarket, go do some shopping and, you know, just come out and your car is going to be full and ready to go. Or I don't know, go to a restaurant where you have a supercharger and there you go, just eat and you're ready. So you have to plan a little bit more your big trip, you know. If you're going from Montreal to Quebec, well, you're gonna have to make a big stop with this car, and I hope you find a supercharger on the way. So you're gonna be still able to complete the trip, that's for sure. So for the price of recharge, you know, here in Quebec we have our card. You just put in your card and you're able, you know, to obtain a charging for a nominal fee of it's around $2 per charge. I don't remember it exactly, but you can find the information on the website. Security, you've got many features of security in that car, because you know the car is small, so when you have an impact with that, if it's small, if it's lightweight, well, you know what happened. So they put a maximum into security. You've got 4 airbag, 10 airbag everywhere, knees, curtain, side, front. So you've got a lot of them to be sure that you are secure. You've got stability control. You've got traction control. And traction control, by the way, during winter, be careful. You know what? Because an electric engine is on and off. So you've got a lot of power. So if you don't have good tires, or you simply have you know, worn tires, and you push on it on the ice, the traction control is gonna sip, go back on, gonna sip, go back on, you know. So be careful, guys, while you're driving on ice. This car is powerful, so keep your traction at better efficiency, that's for sure. Another comment is be careful with the traction control, because it seems to be a little bit intrusive, and you're going to be able to make those wheel slips even when the tarmac is dry, and that's awesome with the power. So you've got also the OnStar system. I did the demo a few seconds ago in my French review, but I had low signals right now, so the information didn't come down. But what I can tell you is that when you push that on start button, it's acting like a GPS. We don't have a GPS in that car. You can ask for direction and boom, there's gonna be a download of the information right in your car, and it's gonna show you where to go from the address. And that's one of the most appreciated concierge service right now that we can have in the vehicle. So if I resume the seating position, I'm kind of big, you know, the seat is short, there's not many adjustments, it's hard on the plastic right there, but the performance is fun and it's able to take turn. Okay, right now I'm gonna slow down to 80, guys, just to let you hear the noise, and boom, full acceleration, 90, 100, 110. Wow, okay. Awesome, I just love that, and you don't hear any noise. No noise from the engine. I just love that. So there you go, guys. I hope you appreciated this roll and link part of the video. For the conclusion, guys, the Spark EV start from $31,445,000. To that, you're going to be able to subtract a government. You know, you've got a station for government, which is going to give you $8,000 because it's a fully electric vehicle. A small compact car like that, EV, you've got a lot of competition right now on the market. You've got the Kia Soul EV, which is brand new this year. You've got the Nissan Leaf, which has bring up a good reputation over time. And you've got the Smart 42 electric, and you've got the Mitsubishi i-MiEV, which is smaller, but don't have the same performance or even the same range of that car. So with the minus points, a bad salt system, probably a little bit too much plastic in the inside. That's going to get, you know, scratched pretty easily. And the car is small, you know. Well, it's a subcompact, so I might not as well say that. But, you know, the trunk is quite small. You're losing a little bit of space with the seat folded down. But with the plus point, no more gas ever. Just electricity. And I like that. I like that even more because you've got good performance. Man, that's incredible. But be careful, guys, with winter tires. Think about changing the wheels if you want to do some tire rotation, because with the tire that we have right now with two different sizes, we cannot do that. Besides that, well built, good performance, and you've got a $8,000 rebate from the government right now to apply on this car, so you might as well consider it. So my B+ is well earned. So there you go, guys. I hope you like that test drive that we did. We're gonna try more and more electric car because you know what? That's the future. There's going to be a lot more car in a few years that we're going to try like this. And what do you think about that? Do you think it's going to be really the future, that soon everybody's going to be riding an electric car? Well, feel free to comment, guys. And if you have any question, well, feel free to ask, because we are Car Question.
je commençais.